Hey, it's Karri Flatla here at karriflatla.com and Remax Real Estate Lethbridge. Just going to give you my annual Lethbridge Real Estate Single Family Snapshot for 2014. So average price on single family homes was just under $293,000, which is great to see for Lethbridge. We did have a bit of a market anomaly if you kind of follow the prices here in December. So we sold about 67 units on single family in the city, and average price fell in the $251,000 price point with median price at $240,000. So that tells me of what we sold. We unloaded a lot of lower priced inventory. Hard to say if this is the beginning of a trend or not. It's only 1 month of data. I know a lot of people are concerned about the plummeting oil prices and how that's going to affect the Alberta economy. Some are saying that we should see a recovery by the back half of 2015. How that's going to affect Lethbridge real estate specifically is hard to say. It could cause people to feel a bit more cautious with their home dollars. However, Lethbridge is somewhat insulated from the petroleum markets. We do have a more stable economy here, a lot of dependence on public sector jobs and that kind of thing, and a bit more diversity. So hard to predict the future, but always good to keep an eye on the broader economic situation. Days on market, average per listing on single family was 74. Average cumulative days on market was 91. You'll always see a higher number here for the most part, because what will happen is a homeowner will sometimes let their listing lapse and then they'll relist it. And so we want to keep counting those days so we know how long it took in total to sell that house. And if they relist fairly quickly, then we can keep on counting total cumulative days on market as one number. Sale price versus asking price, another good one to watch. Close to list price ratio was 97.6 and close to original listing price ratio was 96.5. Generally, homeowners can start a little high and then they may make a price reduction on the MLS before they finally get an offer. These numbers are fairly normal for Lethbridge, but it does help you to see that you may have to expect to negotiate depending on the price you go into the market with. 2014 market fast facts. I thought these were kind of interesting. West Lethbridge is a really hot area of the city right now. We saw just over 4% population growth for 2014 census in West Lethbridge alone. The broader city census showed 2.86% population growth. So that tells me that the net in-migration is heavily weighted towards West Lethbridge. Not a big surprise given how many appealing new subdivisions and new construction we have. We have the university in West Lethbridge. We have new amenities being built over in the crossings off of Whoop Up Drive. We have a new high school. There's just lots of very positive, growth-oriented things happening in West Lethbridge, very appealing to young and professional families, as well as students. West Lethbridge alone does make up 45% of the single family home market here. Average sale prices in the city increased by 2.8% from 2013 to 2014. Interesting bit of trivia here, just 2 houses sold for $1 million or more on the city MLS. And in fact, if you look historically at the MLS, often it's only one house or even no houses sell for $1 million or more in Lethbridge. So I thought that was interesting. 48% of single family home sales in the city are in the $200,000 to $300,000 price range. So if you're looking at a bell curve at all the different price points, the bulk of activity is happening in there with the other price points kind of scattered around it. So is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? As a rule of thumb, 6 months inventory is considered a balanced market. The single family home market did fluctuate from just under 4 months inventory in May to almost 7 months inventory in November. Lethbridge is very seasonally driven, so in the spring you'll see kind of a cleanup of the inventory. Can be good for sellers, can get us more multiple offers, can get you a little bit more money for your house. But in terms of deciding when to list your house, it really comes down to the individual, unique situation of the homeowner, and you need to consult with your realtor about that. Another interesting stat is to look at home sales by architectural style. In Lethbridge, single-story living is by and large the most popular style of home, with bungalows coming in at 38% of single-family sales, and bi-levels and split entries coming in at almost 30%. Some people call those a raised bungalow. Two stories are at 15%. We are seeing a lot of two stories in the newer subdivisions where the lots are a bit smaller, and builders are opting for two stories because you can get a little more square footage when you build up, and you get a little more bang for your buck with a two-story. It is cheaper to build on a cost per square footage basis. Four-level splits are at 9%, and attached homes, which would include townhomes and duplexes and not condominiums, are at 8%. So if you want to get a better idea of where your home sits in the market or how the process works to buy a home in Lethbridge, just get in touch with me and we can set up an in-office consultation for you. I'd be happy to meet with you and talk. You can reach me at my cell phone number or by email. And I hope you have a happy new year and a great 2015. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.